We knew that if we were going to farm, it was going to be very small, and we needed to add value to something, and we like booze.
We had a habit of making things into booze.
We did have a habit, yeah.
We landed on cider because I think a lot of the cider in the world just was bad. It wasn't that hard to make it good.
Right.
You just have to have good apples and press it and ferment it and not put a bunch of weird junk in it and let the apple
do its apple-y thing.
You know, you go back in American history and cider was once the drink of choice. So the colonists and all the homesteaders, they drank hard cider. So folks like Johnny Appleseed, he was planting drinking apples. You know, so for us it's kind of exciting to to recreate some of that history, go back in time and rediscover this old craft. So here we are at Brix Cider's new tap room, tasting room. We also have a kitchen over here. We make all locally grown ciders, and we pair it with farm-to-table foods right here in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin.
Apples grow well here. It makes sense to utilize what's already growing in this landscape. If someone planted an orchard 50 years ago, that orchard is still producing fruit.
Buying from and harvesting from all these tiny orchards, each one is going to create a different cider because the land on each orchard is different, the trees are different, the people who grew them are doing different things. So each cider we make is going to be unique, and we're not striving to make a perfectly consistent, you know, industrial cider. We are looking to capture the terroir of each spot where we collect our apples.
We don't mix orchards. We mix apples within an orchard, but when you pick up a bottle of our cider, it's going to tell you what orchard those apples came from, which is, I think, pretty unique and cool. And I think that it only made sense when you have such an awesome local beverage that you're making that you pair it with awesome local food. Whether it's apples going into the cider or food going onto a plate, if I can hand the farmer that check, that's what I'm going to do.
I like it being a community space where the folks from the neighborhood can be in the same place as the folks who raised the animals and the folks who grew the apples, and then, you know, we're the ones who are doing some processing, but it's, you know, we're a part of a bigger community.
So we're right on the Military Ridge bike path, which is a great rails to trails that runs all the way from Madison out to Dodgeville. We happen to be 3 miles from Blue Mountain State Park, which is beautiful cross-country skiing in the winter, hiking in the summer. And then what I think is the most unique part of Mount Horeb is it's really an entry right into the driftless area of Wisconsin. And you get into the deep hills and valleys. You lose the lakes, but you gain the trout streams.
When someone opens up a bottle of Brix Cider, I want them to have a taste of a crisp autumn day in Wisconsin when the leaves are changing color and you're wearing a sweatshirt for the first time. And to me, that's the most beautiful time of the year, and I like to encapsulate that in a bottle so that you can savor it any time of year.
All right, cheers.